What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Opalus Maximus video. This one's long overdue. If you noticed, the last upload for the videos on the stones was a while ago. Just life and things got in the way, and I'm gonna try to make a little bit more effort to make more consistent videos and postings. Little bit of a rookie mistake. I thought I was recording already when I started cutting these up a little bit, and it turns out I was not. So there's that. Also, a good thing kind of was, since there was so much time to give myself in between the last workings, I've allowed this Mintabie to fully sit there and lose its water content, dry out, and it exposed a few cracks. That's not super uncommon for Mintabie. I kind of was expecting it. So while it is a little bit of a bummer, it's gonna be all right. Just it's the name of the game with opal. I was hoping for a big giant piece, but this is what we got. And I messed up the recording to even show you cutting those up. But that's okay, we're gonna continue on from here. I went on with Sharpie and marked out some of the problem fractures and all that. We're just gonna cut this entire side off. And then we got a couple little mini ring stones to play with. So let's get over to the saw. Let me get some motion sickness for a minute. Let me get this all set up. As I go, I've mentioned before, I'll get better at this whole process of where to put my phone and keeping you guys from watching me move it around so much. So bear with me. I'm still a noob. Still very awkward with these recordings. So this is a 5-inch trim saw, but what I did is I put on here a 4-inch blade. One of the things I've noticed is it's hard to find a 5-inch blade that's really thin. I like using the thin blades to save as much opal as possible. I've had some great luck with these 4-inch Pro Slicer blades, and I found that I could just fill up my water reservoir a little bit more and use these just the same. It's a little bit harder when it comes to boulder opal or anything of that nature. But as far as anything that's just regular potch or color, these thin blades do wonders, and they really help save a lot of material. This water is filthy. I really should clean it, but I'm not going to. Not this time. We're just gonna make some sloppy cuts. Bear with me again. This saw is very noisy, but it should only be a quick cut. I'm only really gonna focus on cutting this one. So I could have just ground that off on the wheels, But I'm still, I like to save every piece possible. It's a tiny piece of color, probably won't make a rainstone, but you know what? That could be awesome in a chip jar. Clean up the Sharpie marks, and I mean, it's some beautiful colors. I'll put that to the side. Let's take the main event here. I'm gonna leave these little ones just sitting here for now, and swing you over towards the wheels. Earthquake! Alright. So this is my 220 Supernova, made by Johnson Brothers. I'm going to, it's a little worn, but we still got life on there. I'm going to clean this up, give it a little bit of its final shaping. Some water. Luckily, I do have another 220 just sitting ready to go if I need to put it on. Kind of like the shape. It's not terrible. Freeform triangle. Gotta bring in the tip a little bit. Yeah. Now that the stone's been made a little smaller, I need to bring in the backside to keep the proportions well within good range. Don't love that potch. That potch is a bit reminiscent of something you would call unhealthy potch. I kind of want to see if I can get rid of that. So we're gonna go here. Did I say that was 220? I meant 280. This is 220. This is a hard wheel. It's only diamond plated, but gets the job done. I'll eventually upgrade to the centered wheels. Starting to clear out some of that, which is making me happy. I don't really want to leave that unhealthy potch on the backside. Much better. Much better. A little bit more. I keep spinning the stone to make sure I'm getting even cuts on all the edges and sides and all that. That is getting much, much better. Happy days, oh happy days. So I reckon if I can get this one to work out, this is gonna be the one that pays for the piece of rough. Probably won't profit too much on this, but I will at least get to pay for the rough parcel, and that in turn allows me to buy more opal, so that's always a good thing. I'm pretty happy with the back. I think we can almost just leave that. That almost looks like potch swirls rather than a bit of, like, you know, black potch swirl mixed in with the gray. I don't think that's definitely not unhealthy looking like it was before. So I'm gonna go back to 280. This video is gonna be a long one. I think I'm gonna do the whole process and polish this piece up. So you're gonna get to watch me take this off of here to go to the dop stick, which is gonna give me more control when I go to give this thing a polish and its final shape. I mean, the shape's pretty much there. We've just roughed it out though. So we'll have to do the fine details on the dop. Just trying to roll the backside edges right now. Get that over with. Okay. I think I'm much happier with how that looks on the backside. That's gonna be good and solid. And I just love how this thing just transfers from green orange to just, or green yellow to just fiery burnt orange. Cool stone. Oh, I love opals. Alright, let's get you some motion sickness again. Go back over to the desk. Come on. Okay, so I'm going to dop this. Let me clear some room. Got my alcohol lamp. Let's see, just gonna find a dop stick here. It's already got some good wax on it. Got one. Alright, so for those of you who have never dopped and are interested in learning, I have a, what do you call this? It's just a steel block, jeweler's block, I forget what they call them. It's just basically, wax won't stick to it, so along with the jewelry side of things of what this block is useful for, it also helps with the dopping side of things, because I can go ahead and form it on this block here, form the wax, and it's not going to stick to it. If you try to do it with anything else, it's going to stick. If your steel has paint on it, it's going to stick. So I think they're just called jeweler's blocks. This is maybe a 4" by 4". So now that I've got my wax to the tip, I'm going to take a pair of tweezers. Any tweezers will do. I'm going to wave the stone over the flame to heat that up. Just want it warm. When it's warm, the wax will stick much better. Heat the wax back up. Set that down. gonna make sure this thing's even and level. If you put a opal on the stick and it's super crooked and uneven, it's gonna be really difficult to have a nice dome. Oh, I hope you're able to see all that. I was way back here. It's gonna be much harder to get a nice even dome on a stone if it's not set on there even as possible. So now that I've got that on there, and it should be stuck pretty good, let's go back again to the wheels. As I said, this is the 280 Supernova wheel. I'm just gonna even everything out and give it a nice, even, smooth surface. Get rid of all the scratch marks from the 220. Oh, that happens sometimes when either your wax is going bad. A couple things. Your wax might be going bad. Maybe I didn't heat the stone up enough. Or your water's really, really cold, which isn't the case here because I'm in the US and it's summertime. So let's swing it back over here. I'm just gonna grab a different dop while I'm at it. This one might be better. So I've had this wax on these dops for a few years now, and it might be about time to change it for some fresh wax. After you heat it up a bunch of times and go through the polishing process and get cerium mixed in with there, I believe it's called shellac, the sticky element to the wax. The shellac starts going bad, or whatever it's called, starts going bad and losing its holding properties. So there's the opal, that would help. So it's almost about time for me to go through and clean up my dop sticks and add some new fresh wax. It seems that way. Let's see if this one holds. Merry-go-round. Opal go round. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. So that should hold a little better. So there's the basic outline. Let's see if I there's the basic outline. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to take it onto the next grit. A little bit further. So this is a 600 Nova, Supernova. These wheels are from Johnson's Brothers, and they are located in Riverside in the U.S., in California. I get pretty quick shipments from there, which is one of the reasons why I like them. And also, these wheels, they do a good job for me. I get some of the most top quality polishes on these wheels, so I don't see the need to change them just yet. There is another brand that's supposed to be the best of the best, but you know, they're a lot more expensive, and as I said, I don't see the need to try them just yet. I'm happy with these wheels. Just want to take a look at the stone, make sure I'm not, wow, that, light. Still figuring out the best way to set all this up. Okay. Okay. Looking pretty good. I think we can move on to the 1200 wheel, which will be taking out the previous scratches of the 6. Let's see if I can get any closer over there. Again, it's not the best view for you guys, but I will work that out and improve as I go. Find the best place to put everything. Still feel a rough edge on one of the sides, so I'm gonna go back to the 600 and see if I can't smooth that out a little bit. Just very lightly. Want to roll that edge perfectly around. A nice pleasing cabochon shape. Okay. Back to the 12. Feeling nice and smooth on all edges. I'm gonna do a quick little inspection. Starting to get a little bit of a shine coming out. Looking good. So it's going to be a little bit of a stretch, but let's go over to the 3000. Now this wheel is going to start giving me a shine. When you do a good job on the other wheels, let me rephrase that. When you do a good job on the other wheels, once you get to the 3000, you should then start to see a bit of a polish coming on. I always start off with the sides, so I know there's nothing I forget later. Sides need some love too. I've bought finished stones before, and I don't like when the top looks polished, but then the rest of it doesn't. So that's why I do the sides. Even up to the 3000, I do everything. I'll even take the back side onto the 3000. Give my stones the best polish possible. That's my goal. I'm gonna spend a good amount of time on this 3000 to make sure I remove every single scratch that was left by the other wheels. I'll show you after this wheel how it starts putting a gloss finish on there. Oh, come on. After all that. Yeah, I think it's about time I change my DOP wax. We don't really want this to keep happening. So I'll do that today off camera, so we don't have these problems keep occurring. I'm gonna gonna reshape my wax, get it to melt a little bit, take it on the block, nice smooth tip. I don't want to show you yet, but I'm already seeing a glossy finish on the top here. But let's get it redopped and back onto the wheel before I show you. So that's warm. Melt that. Beautiful stone. Beautiful stone. Did I tell you how much I love opals? I do, I do, I do. I promise I'll get better at this part. And that's how it happened last time. So what's happening is I'm putting too much pressure on the tip, and that's making leverage and pulling the stone off like that, unfortunately. Let me dry it off and take a look where we're at. We might already be there. Yeah, we're already there. So I'm just gonna reattach it, and we're gonna take it for its final polish. But before that, check this out. See how I already am getting no, you don't see. See how I'm already getting that gloss finish on there? Oh man, that's a beautiful stone. Okay, onto the cerium oxide. After I redop for the, what is this, third or fourth time? Okay, last time. This is the last time. I'm gonna put these other bits in their bag. This is the last time. You know what? I didn't even think. You guys have probably been listening to that fan the entire time, which is probably not fun. It's just so hot in here. No worries, we're good. It happens. It happens. Okay, we are redopped and ready to go to its final polish. Which again, apologies, my camera's not really set up to go to this side very well. So it's gonna be a stretch to see what's going on. I'll try to explain it the best I can. Okay, got my opal ready for polish. Here I got my felt wheel, which has cerium oxide painted on in there, which actually it looks a little bit dry, like it needs some more. So let's do that real quick. I like to keep all my cerium closed off and covered up so it doesn't get any kind of contaminants. Same with the brush. I just want to keep everything off of there so I don't get any kind of debris scratching the stone when I polish it. So that lives in there. I'm gonna need a spritzer. Now you probably can't see this, but I have a little receiving end that goes onto the end of my arbor, which then gets some set screws to lock it on there. And basically gonna just touch this along the wheel, felt wheel. Every side, every corner, every edge. The water is to help give lubrication. The felt will heat up your stone, and you don't want opals to heat up too much, right? So the water helps keep kind of a bit of a barrier and helps keep your stone a little wet so it doesn't heat up too much. And I'm fairly certain we are all polished up on the top here. Woo, that is a winner. Let me get you off here.